So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Threads one in. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
For me, Peter, Mark Gahey is one of the most technically accomplished centre-backs around. He's also got great recovery speed and athleticism, and a really intelligent reading of the game. There's no doubt in my mind that he's among the very best in the current crop of English defenders. He has been excellent.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. There's no flag! And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's tried one! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Vardiol. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Plymouth still without a single shot on target. Ruter, distributed tidily. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ruter, and he's had it nicked away. Sabitzer, pass somewhat off target. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Kadiolu. Played out to the left flank. Ruter. Kadiolu. He was under real pressure there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that has been clubbed away. A probing pass. And he can clear it away. Gahey. Casemiro. Now it's João Pedro. Out to the right. Now it's Rodri. Now it's Mount. Now it's João Pedro. He's in a good position. Can he finish? They've scored!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Casemiro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kadiolu. Welbeck. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And this is Welbeck. Akanji. Foden. Sabitzer.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Mount! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish of true class! And they're back in front. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Plymouth get themselves into the lead. He's had it taken off him. Casemiro. That's Mount. Now it's João Pedro. Out to the left it goes. Sabitzer. He is through here. This looks shapes to shoot. It's anyone's ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. This time, surely. They just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
And the first 45 minutes are up. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Plymouth are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ruter. Tete. Vardiol. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now it's João Pedro. Mount. Over to the left. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kadiolu. Ruter. And it's Kadiolu. And it's Kadiolu. Kadiolu. He's found a way past. It's a promising position. Kadiolu gets flagged offside. Tete. Gehi. Now Tete. Gehi. And Akanji. That's a good ball out wide. Kadiolu. Tries to pass it through. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Foden. Vardiol. Now it's Sabitzer. Good ball, good take. And the shot's on here. Mount! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ruter. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mount. That is a great pick out. And a chance! No mistake! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Plymouth take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Yehi. Akanji. Can he finish?
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Tete. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played out wide. Vifa. Nicely aimed pass. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Welbeck, and Welbeck! And yet another chance goes to waste.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Oh, good spread. Just eases him off the ball.
Added time.
Opts for safety. Casemiro. Vardiol. And that will be it. Plymouth can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Chance! He can get that clear. Aimed beyond the defence. He's had a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And he's had it nicked away. He's in a great position here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ambitious ball here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Good ball, good take. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the outstanding defender, Mark Gahey, may not be one of the biggest at 6 feet, but he has a calmness and maturity that gives him a real edge, Peter. I think he's also shown remarkable consistency and leadership in recent years.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's João Pedro. A probing pass. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Cleared away. Bristol are looking to go forward now. Vardiol. So we're still where we started right now. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bristol deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, it really should. And it's made its way to him. Vardiol spots it and intercepts. Knocks it into space. And he's picked it up out wide. Can he get onto this? And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tete. It's a really well-measured ball. Rodri, played out towards the right wing. Defending of the desperate... Oh, what has happened here? Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And it's hoisted clear. Bristol have the chance to go the other way. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Played with finesse. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rodri is there and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Vardiol. João Pedro. Now it's Sabitzer. This looks promising.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Foden. Now it's João Pedro. He's gone for goal! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Plymouth got as close can be, right on the whistle, but it was not to be. So your views on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. Sabitzer. Well, that has not gone well. Sabitzer.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Mount.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Showing great feet there. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And back to the goalkeeper. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Gehi. Akanji. João Pedro is being harried and hassled.
Well, look, whether he's got his back to goal or he's facing it, menace is at play and he needs all the attention he can be given.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies.
The attendance for this match
Foden. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Sabitzer. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Akanji makes the interception. Oh, sweet feet. He's having a shot! It's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Rodri. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Oh, well measured.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's a key interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
And there's a searching pass. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
We have got changes here
Number
from
9.
both sides, in fact.
Coming on the field. Number 6. Number 18. Substitution.
Plymouth have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Vardiol. Plymouth do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now he's off and running.
That's going in strongly. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That is a brilliant interception. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's forced to go back. Akanji. Plymouth leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, that's well spotted. Eriksson. Now it's João Pedro. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good spread. Goes for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
In progress.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Tete. Plymouth close now to seeing this one through to the end. And it's Eriksson. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Rodri.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
3 minutes added time.
And the number on the board is 3. He's on it, can he get away? Out to the left it goes. And he's straight offside. And there goes the final whistle. Plymouth have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Fatawu certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Now it's Daka. And here's Ayew. Just eases him off the ball.
Jordan Ayew really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Goes for a shot! There it is!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Tete. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ayew is wide and looking to get onto this. He is through here! Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Gehi. That's Mount. Rodri. Gehi. Casemiro. Opts for safety. Vardiol. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Foden. Oh, he's found support out wide. Foden receives it in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Now Foden. João Pedro. He's beaten the last man. He's having a shot! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Mount. Caught offside that time. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Ayew. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Now it's João Pedro.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of move.
Shoots! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And he's picked it up out wide. Sabitzer. Oh, that's superb.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Ayew. Gehi spots it and intercepts. Mount has found the net here, of course. And he's forced to go back. Casemiro. And it's Ayew. Knocks it into space. Oh, super ball. Fatawu. And he's heaved it away. Ayew picks it up out wide. Nicely shaped ball. Rodri. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Mount. And it's Casemiro. Vardiol. Looking tidy in possession here. João Pedro. And it's Casemiro. Big chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They've played it short. Pings in across. He gets big. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ayew. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he get away here? James. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Foden. Ricardo Pereira cuts out the pass.
Added time.
And smartly reclaimed. Can he get it through? He's got plenty of space out wide here. And it's Skip. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves and it's level pegging at half-time.
Everyone, please welcome to the
And we are
field
up to the
our
break.
players.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Tries to play it through. Mount gets flagged offside. Winks. And it's Skip. Here's Skip. Daka. Goes looking wide. That is lovely. Ayu's delivered. Daka! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Rodri turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Tete. Mount. Now Tete. Gehi. Akanji. Sabitzer is herring after that one. And Gvardiol. Fatawu. And it's James. Now, can they get him away? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Sabitzer. Now it's Daka. Into the channel. Well, that looks a good ball through. Chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping! And it's Winks. Ayew receives it in a wide position. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Fatawu. Searching past his plate. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Substitution.
Leicester choosing to make the first change. Gvardiol. Now it's Foden. Now it's Sabitzer. Now it's João Pedro. He's in a great position here. Cross in. And that's the keeper's ball. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Fatawu. Leicester do have a chance to counter here. Okoli is in a really good position out wide. Now it's Fatawu. Delivers the ball. Out of play for a goal kick. Plymouth can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Substitution on the field. Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 16, Rodri. Coming on the field, number 10, James Maddison.
Plymouth
Number
perhaps
14,
contemplating their next
Eriksen.
change here. Ayew gets into a good position. Chance for a shot! Eriksen. Tete. And he's there to retrieve it. And that has been cut short. Nelson. And it's Skip. Okoli. It's a promising position. Now it's Fatawu. And it's Skip. Can he latch on to this? Oh, nice touch.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Mason Mount. Number 15, Sabitzer. Coming on the field,
That's a
number
throw.
19, Alvarez. Number 8, Caicedo. Substitution in progress.
Okoli has it out wide and in space. Reed. Played in by Reed. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Plymouth have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And it's Caicedo.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ericsson. Alvarez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Winks. He shifted it to the flank. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, sweet feet. Ericsson.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And no, that was never going to make it. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes. Charge, surely! Dealt with nicely by the defence. And we're done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So what do you take away? Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs 2 of the 3 central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
Can he spark a counter here? So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the outstanding defender Mark Gahey may not...
Sabitzer! He's scored! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Now it's João Pedro. Gray. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Casemiro. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Foden. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Gray. Can he get it through? And it's made its way to him. Flashes it across. Casemiro. That's Mount. Sabitzer. And it's Tete. And Gehi. Tete. Gehi. Sabitzer, given the lift of his goal. Casemiro. And it's Rodri. Gehi. Here's Rodri. Casemiro. It's a pretty loose pass. Roberts. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Oh, that's a key interception. Sabitzer wins the duel this time. Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing.
Well, the margins are fine, but this is borderline bullying.
Oh, it's come loose! Roberts. Birmingham finding their passes. Gray gets into some space. Great chance! In he goes again! He scores! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Both teams having to rewrite their plans and start from scratch here. Plenty of food for thought for both managers. Sabitzer really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's forced to go back. That's a smartly directed ball. We've got a throw in. Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? And he's picked it up out wide.
There will
Foden.
be 1 minute added time.
Mount. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's picked out the run. No, that's been intercepted. And there's the end of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Everyone, please
That's
welcome
been a
the
decent
two
45
sides.
minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Plymouth get the second half going. Gehi. Tete. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Tete. Now Tete. Gehi. And it's Tete. That's Mount. Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's a good ball out wide. Tries to thread one through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Akanji. Vardiol. Foden. Tete. Rodri. It's a really well-measured ball. Threads one in. This looks promising. Now it's Pedro. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Roberts. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get onto
Attendance
this?
for this match was 28,599.
Foden. And it's Casemiro. Akanji. Now Foden. Now it's João Pedro. Gray. He's looking wide. And he cuts out the supply. Knocks it into space. He's in a great position here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Sabitzer. Mount. Sabitzer. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Mount. And Akanji. Sabitzer. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gray. Roberts. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Good pressure, determined, intense.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's João Pedro. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Gray.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now he's off and running. And it's Gray.
Might want to be careful there. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. And hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. And he welcomes it in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's there to clear it. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's hard to overlook the irrepressible Danny Ings, Peter, whose never-say-die attitude, especially off the ball, has led to many a goal. I just love his willingness to press from the front and drag all his teammates just that little bit higher up the pitch, and he sets the tone for all of that work, and he is turning into one of the best around.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Sabitzer. Now it's Foden. Now it's João Pedro. Threads one in. It's a goal kick. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. He's got away. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tries to play it through.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Ings! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ings really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Mount. Sabitzer. Almost half an hour in now. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Gehi gets good distance on it. Played out wide. Takes aim and crosses. And that has been cleared. They've played it short. Now the ball in. Casemiro can get it clear. And they've got a throw. Ah, such a clever touch. Aimed in towards the centre. He's being urged to shoot. And that was very necessary. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Campbell is wide and looking to get onto this. Akanji attempts a clearance. Mount. And Gvardiol. Sabitzer. Sabitzer. And no, that was never going to make it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Sabitzer receives it in a good position here. Ings. And now the breakaway. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Can he get it through? Casemiro. Rodri. So what can they make of this? And it's Mount. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Very nicely done. Fired deep towards the back post. Sabitzer. And Akanji. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now who's going to be first to this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Me. Tries to pass it through. Oh, sweet feet. Out of play for a throw. Showing good feet. Has crossed into the middle. Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple. Campbell.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Now it's Rodri. Now it's Mount. He's in a great position here. That's really good defending. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Rodri. Riedewald. Campbell. Over to the left. Plays the return pass. And he's picked it up out wide. Rodri. And here's Mount. Now it's Sabitzer. Tries a measured ball. Shot, surely!
Substitution on the field. Number 47, Phil Foden. Coming on to replace him is number 10, James Maddison.
Plymouth perhaps contemplating their next change here. Chong. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rodri. Oh, super ball. Maddison! It's in! That could turn out to be a huge goal!
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Plymouth have fired themselves in front.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Substitution on the field. number 4, Mason Mount. Coming on the field is number 14,
1-0
Eriksson.
as we head towards the end. Plymouth will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Madison. Vardiol. The final 5 minutes. That's a nicely shaped ball. Great chance! Sticks it away! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter.
After
That was
86
really
minutes
clever.
is number 20.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Pedro. Substitution on the field.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. Coming on to replace him
Cannon.
is number 8, Caicedo.
Chong. Eriksson. Casemiro.
3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Plymouth looking to pass their way through. And it's Tete. This looks promising. Oh, that's a key interception. Cannon. Chong. Cannon. Now Matos. Cannon. Chong. Can he finish? And with that, the final whistle. Plymouth can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. And the list of names suggests that what we have in front of us here, Jim, is a 3-5-2 formation.
Well, the formation that was once the staple diet of the Italian game and still holds its place. To be honest, Peter, had I gone on to be a...
Tries a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that's been drilled in. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think the attacker, Wang Yi-chan, can be considered a bit of a late bloomer, Peter. It took him a while to find his best position, but now he's really made a name for himself as a striker. He's got bundles of energy and certainly knows where the goal is.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now, can they get him away? Rodri wins the duel this time. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Hwang Hee-chan.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for options for movement.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice bit of trickery. And he's whipped it across. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Sabitzer. And Gvardiol. Sabitzer. And Gvardiol. More and more pressure on the ball here. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And it's Mount. Now Tete. And it's Mount. And that's been intercepted.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Tries to pass it through. Can he get on the end of this? Casemiro. Cleared away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Can he latch on to this? Tete kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Casemiro. Plymouth looking to pass their way through. Gvardiol. Now it's Sabitzer. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And it's Mount. Hwang Hee-chan. Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, this is a terrific run. Good take. And he shoots! Sabitzer. That has ended up in no... And he's had a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Foden. And that's really well manoeuvred. Turns back here, probably the best option. And now the breakaway. Wolverhampton finding their passes. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are already promptly back underway. Both sides defensive, climbs up big! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing. Akanji. Casemiro. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. Cross to the back post. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
And it's been taken short. Cross into the box. And they've got rid. Gets a good foot in there. And now they can spring out of defence. Can he get onto this? And he's picked it up out wide. Great vision. It's a goal kick. Vardiol. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. That's a super give and go.
Yeah, this is an exercise in prevention at source and a really strong commitment to that.
No, that's overhit. Wolverhampton choosing to make the first change.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Coming on the field is number 14.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Mount. The muscular approach does pay off here. Opts for safety. Kwang Hee-chan, spread it left. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Now the delivery, he's got full.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He has found the way through. Tries to cross, a mighty effort! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's João Pedro. Vardiol. Strong running down that left flank. It's run loose here. It's Sabitzer. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's in a great position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
João Pedro. Foden. Mount. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Rodri. Oh, sweet feet. Tries to get it clear.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
There they go, hunting in packs. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rodri. And it's Tete.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Out to the left it goes. Kwang Hee-chan. Yehi. Mount. So what can they make of this? And it's Mount. Oh, that's well spotted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Foden. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
There will be 1 minute at a
Into
time.
stoppage time, and it is still goalless. And that's that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. He's having a go! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! A finish right from the top draw! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Plymouth make the perfect start. They are already ahead. And here's Mount. Foden. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Tries to get it clear. Plymouth are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Coventry finding their passes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
So what can they make of this? This looks promising. Well seen, saw that coming. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Pedro. A heavy challenge. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! Just sails past the upright.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Tete. And Gehi. Tete. And Gehi. Foden. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Casemiro.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Sabitzer. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And it's made its way to him. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Foden has created one goal already. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's certainly onside here. They've got to throw in. One 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Yehi. And it's Rodri.
Foden.
Vardiol. Oh, that's delightful. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's João Pedro. That has ended up in no man's land.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, that's fabulous. No, it's come to nothing. And he's heaved it away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries to play it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Foden.
And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Plymouth go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, what a climb! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Both teams having to rewrite their plans and start from scratch here. Plenty of food for thought for both managers.
Sabitzer. Mount. Great vision. He's through here. Mount. And it's Rodri.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods. That could reverse in a flash.
Grimes. "60 minutes played. Grimes turns back here, probably the best option. He's in a great position here. Grimes. Out for a throw. And it's been given away. He is just caressing the ball. João Pedro. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Now it's Foden. Now it's João Pedro. Crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. There they go, hunting in packs. Yehi. Now Foden. Vardiol. Not the most accurate pass. It's a pretty loose pass. And they've got a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 4,
Plymouth
Mason
perhaps
Mount.
contemplating their next change
Coming
here.
on the field,
Oh,
number
good read.
10,
That's great
James
positioning,
Maddison.
so good from him.
Number 14.
Well, it looked promising for a
Eriksson.
moment, but it
Substitutions
came to
taking
nothing.
place.
Good ball, good take.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Rodri, and it's Eriksson. Grimes. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means.
Can he finish? That's a delicate pass. In he goes again! It's in! And the comeback is complete!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Goal!
Well, it's an inspired
After 84
substitution.
minutes
Terrific
is
move by the boss.
Number 9.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Number 16. Rodri.
Coventry go into the
Number
lead.
15.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Number 8.
Coventry clearly now
Caicedo.
in lead preservation
Number 9.
mode.
Phillips. Number 7. Ake.
Plymouth are running out of time to save themselves. Now it's João Pedro, played out to the left flank. Showing good feet. And that is expertly dealt with.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish.
Has been
No
indicated.
half measures from here.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is as far as it goes. Plymouth can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. According to what we've been... Oh, smashing header! It's there! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Burnley breakthrough nice and early, just as they wanted it. Sabitzer gets flagged offside. Great vision. Anthony. Hartman. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ugochukwu. Burnley looking to pass their way through. Big header! No, not the best of headers. Vardiol. Akanji. Now Foden. Guardiola. Now Foden. Casemiro. Joao Pedro. Oh, good read. Oh, it's come loose. That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries to play it through. Chona providing an outlet on that flank. Tete attempts a clearance. Now, can they get him away? Tete tries to clear. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Hartman. Now the delivery. And he's cut it out. Joao Pedro.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Sabitzer. He's in a great position here. And that has been cut short. That's a sharp pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Guardiola. Oh, it's played into the area. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Tuanzebe. Hartman. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tuanzebe. Cullen. Goes looking wide. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Chona. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's forced to go back. Foden. And Guardiola. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Sabitzer. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chona. Nicely weighted ball. He's got space in the area! Lovely bit of skill. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mount. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to...
Anthony! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's picked his way through. Mount gets good distance on it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He might be in here! Can he get it through? Look at the space here, and he'll shoot here! And they've got rid. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played,
There will be
well
1
stopped.
minute added time.
Foden, and it's Mount. Now it's Rodri. Ugo Chukwu. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's
Everyone,
game here.
please welcome our players to the
Well, for me,
field.
Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Thinks one through. Casemiro. Foden. Now it's Joao Pedro. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, that's nice. Tete. And here's Mount. No outsmarting him this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tuanzebe. Kyle Walker. Plymouth still this single goal behind. Back towards the middle. Turns back here, probably the best option. Casemiro. Now it's João Pedro. Rodri is onto this. Mount! Anthony. It's Florentino Luis. Ugo Chukwu.
The attendance for this match
And
was
Hartman.
29,950.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Rodri. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Mount. Now this could be a chance. Foden is flagged offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. And it's Walker. Chona, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Casemiro. Plymouth finding their passes. It's Sabitzer. Foden. And Guardiol. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kyle Walker. Ugo Chukwu. And Hartman. Ugo Chukwu. Tuanzebe. Aim forwards. Foden. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Rodri. Mount. He's having a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitution on the field. Number 17. Number 11. Coming on the field. Number 10. Marcus Edwards. Number 7.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Kyle Walker. Plymouth do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Tuanzebe. And Hartman. Oh, that's a key interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Kyle Walker. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're not going to make any... Madison! He scored! Do not write them off! Back they come! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Coming on to replace him is...
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage...
Oh, what has happened here? And it's hoisted clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Eriksson. Sabitzer. Phillips.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that's a... Can he finish? Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it! And that will be the final act. Plymouth have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here pretty prompt. Oh, he's been caught. Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Mason Mount, is a player I see as a modern attacking midfielder.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Still goalless.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Rodri. Tete kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Mount. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Mount. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's João Pedro. Vardiol. Mount. And Casemiro. Oh, this is a great position. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He engages and forces him off the ball. Mount. Oh, good spread. João Pedro stood up well to him there. Now it's João Pedro. Irankunda. He is through here. Mount. Foden. Sabitzer. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. And it's Mount. Now it's Rodri. And he's there to get it away. Irankunda knocks it into space. Irankunda looking to run onto it. Cleared without hesitation. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Rodri. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Sabitzer.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Done delicately. And the shot's on here. And the finish! It's a goal! The breakthrough strike! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Plymouth still this single goal behind. Watford looking to pass their way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. Mount picks it up out wide. Well read, and the danger is averted. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Irankunda receives it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Sabitzer. Now it's Rodri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just...
Has a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Now it's Mount. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He can get that clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Casemiro. Sabitzer. Now it's João Pedro. Cleared without complication.
Substitution on the field. Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 20, João Pedro.
Up he goes!
Number 16,
He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madison. Number 21.
Mount with the short one. And he's gone backward here.
Ericsson.
A header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Plymouth are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Musa Sissoko. Watford finding their passes.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
No outsmarting him this time. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Ericsson. Haaland! That's a decent clearance.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Mason Mount. Coming on the field is number 19, Alvarez.
And that's asking too much of anyone and everyone.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's picked his way through. That is ended up in no man's land. So this is it. We're on the verge of witnessing a major shock. Now it's Haaland.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Ericsson. Knocks it out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
In towards the back stick. And that has been cleared. That's the throw. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's made its way to him. Now here's the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Now it's Sabitzer. Now it's João Pedro. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And he's picked it up out wide. Looking to play him in. Oh, super ball! And he's managed to get free. Akanji is there and he can get that clear. Vardiol.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Now it's Mount. He's got away. Gibbs-White. Now Anderson. And it's Savona. This looks promising. Looking for tries a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Vardiol. Now Foden. Akanji. And Vardiol. Foden. Williams. Gibbs-White. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Sabitzer. Now Foden. Approaching the half-hour mark. Foden. Turns back here, probably the best option. Plymouth finding their passes. Sabitzer! And it's a goal! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Plymouth are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Distributed tidily. Now the ball in. Savona gets it away. Defending of the desperate variety. Nottingham are looking to go forward now. Plymouth are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vardiol. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Mount. Gibbs-White. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Nicely weighted ball. Crosses it in here. Nice interception, well timed. João Pedro.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pass somewhat off target. And it's been shipped out wide. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far.
And
just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Plymouth are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Well, crossed in early. And he's there to clear it.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Mount. Gibbs-White. Now that's well seen too. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Mount. Plymouth are ahead here by what is still the only goal.
The attendance
Anderson.
for this match was 29,514.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead, but it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Played out wide. Tete. Rodri. Plymouth looking to pass their way through. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's had a hit. Gibbs-White, that's a good ball out wide. He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. He's going for goal! Oh, he has leathered that.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Number 19.
Casemiro.
Number 29. Number
Plymouth
7.
do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Wood.
Now it's João Pedro.
In progress.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Great defending, strong and determined. Great vision.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That'll be a throw. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He's in a great position here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job.
And it's been given away. Vardiol. Plymouth have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. And he's had it nicked away. Gibbs-White. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's João Pedro. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's a key interception. Savona plays it all the way forward. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Vardiol. Showing good feet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Sabitzer wins the duel this time. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Mount. Over to the left.
Added time.
Maddison looking to run onto it. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Nicely weighted ball. Rodri does well to stand firm and defend it. Rodri tries to pass it through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. And he's being shifted off it. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Sandro Tonali, was being touted as being one of Italy's greatest midfield talents. Remember the season he got a side promoted into the Italian top flight, 17 years of age, I think, and he was the mainstay in a team at that early age, playing in virtually every game and dictating the play. He stands out, doesn't matter how old he is.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Now he's off and running. Tete cuts out the pass, knocks it into space. Mount. Tonali. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Casemiro. Spread out to the left. Oh, well measured. Decent chance! He's scored! All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
Plymouth have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Gehi. Joelinton wins the duel this time. Barnes just eases him off the ball. Plymouth are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Mount picks it up out wide. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's managed to get rid. Jacob Murphy. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And Thiaw. Trippier. Tonali. Murphy. And the ball is out of play. Tete. Akanji. And it's Rodri. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide. Now it's João Pedro. And no, he's seen through all of that. Thiaw, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that has been cleared. And here's Murphy. And here's Linton. Casemiro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, perfectly measured that. And the flag has stayed down. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mount. And it's Rodri.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Sabitzer. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a promising position. Linton. And he's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
And he was quick to react. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Pedro. Face to face with the keeper. And he's got the beating of his man. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Plymouth are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So we're just settling back into this second half. Plymouth carrying a one-goal lead. Sabitzer, who does have an assist to his name. Casemiro. Tete. Now Foden, looking for a runner. Picked out, big chance! No mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Oh, that's fabulous. Gehi gets rid without sophistication. Hangs one in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's shifting through the gears here. That is good alertness. Burn.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Out towards the flank. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Burn. Linton. Back towards the middle. And that's another good win of the ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Foden. Now it's Pedro. He's on it. Can he get away? He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Trippier. Tonali. Burn. And it's Linton. Now it's Barnes. There they go, hunting in packs. Now that looks a decent ball. Great ball, and can he finish? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
I just don't know what was on his mind there.
Newcastle can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Cleared without hesitation. And it's Tonali. And he's in on goal. And the shot! They've scored! Right back in the game! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Chance, surely! They've done it! And he is just ripping it up! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Now it's Sabitzer. Spread neatly. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Tonali. Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes, played back in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a good-looking delivery. And that was very necessary.
Substitution on the field. Number 47.
Plymouth can make their change now with a break in play.
Number 4, Mason Mount.
Cleared away.
Number 16, Rodri. Number
And
15,
now they can spring out of defence.
Sabitzer. Coming on the field.
That has
number
been
10,
cut short.
James Maddison. Number 14.
That's a throw.
Ericsson. Number 8, Caicedo. Number 9, Phillips.
Trippier. And it's Tonali. Burn. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
4 extra minutes added on. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in. Ericsson. Phillips. Maddison is wide and looking to get onto this. And Caicedo. And it's Casemiro. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is through here. Oh, that's neat. And that will be it. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. João Pedro, hat-tricks. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Now it's João Pedro. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
There's a lot to like about this fella, Lucas Paqueta, Peter. Statistically, one of the best central midfielders in Europe, and I think he's going to be key here in delivering the ball around the pitch and indeed getting back and doing his defensive work. Whether they're attacking or defending, this guy is always involved.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now here's the delivery. Rodri.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Todibo. West Ham trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably...
Big chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now that looks a decent ball. Mount! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's done it! And that for him is goal number 10. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Plymouth have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now this could... Great chance! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Plymouth are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier.
Big header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Vardiol. Plymouth have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Looking for the run. Casemiro. And it's Rodri. Rodri powering forward here. Now Tete. Gehi. Now it's João Pedro. Gets to show off his quick feet. He's going for goal! They want to be quick to recover this. He can get that clear. Now it's Mount. He is just caressing the ball. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Foden. Played out to the left flank. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Bowen
They've got to make this nice and quick.
into the final 5 minutes of the first half. He's on it, can he get away? Vardiol. And it's Mount. João Pedro. Vardiol. That's gone for a throw-in. Now it's Sabitzer. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, it's played into the
There will be
area.
1 minute
And the
added time.
goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And here's Mount. Tries a measured ball. That's going to go a long way. And we hit half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing
there
the issue
they are.
even further.
Please welcome
I'd
our
always be
players,
inclined to
everyone.
go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Plymouth sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Sabitzer.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And Casemiro. Vardiol. And Akanji. Foden. And Gvardiol. Sabitzer gets into a good position. Can he get it through? Hoisted in. And that has been cleared. Aimed beyond the defence. No, that's been intercepted. Yehi. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Akanji. And Gvardiol. Now, can they get him away? That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Gently done. Oh, they can break here. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's picked his way through. João Pedro being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That's a sharp pass. Somerville. Casemiro. Yehi. Casemiro. And it's Tete. Somerville. Now it's Wilson. Decent chance! Sabitzer. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Casemiro. Now it's Foden. And Gvardiol. Lovely feet. Gvardiol. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Bowen. Can he get on the end of this? Lucas Paqueta. Swept in. And that has been knocked clear. Rodri. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's João Pedro. Foden. Wriggles his way through. Rodri. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played to Casemiro. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Now it's Somerville. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Face to face with the keeper. Plymouth needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Foden, who does have an assist to his name.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now it's Sabitzer. Plymouth can consider themselves just about safe now. Now it's Sabitzer. Tries to get it clear. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger, and it's been shipped out wide. No way through there. And it's Mount. Wan-Bissaka. Turns back here, probably the best option. And there goes the final whistle. Plymouth can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
It'd be a struggle to find anyone better at what he does than Raúl Jiménez. A towering presence, but he has that technique and vision to pick out a pass, especially in the final third. That's a new aspect to his game, which is showing growing maturity.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Bassi. And it's Sessegnon. Here's Berger. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Tete. Wilson. Now it's Wilson. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, there's a probing ball. Wilson, looking to play him in. Roll! Now, who's going to be first to this? Jimenez looking sharp there. Yehi. Plymouth still without a single shot on target. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Mount. Casemiro. And Gehi. Rodri. And he's forced to go back. And it's Casemiro. Now Tete. Rodri. Now Foden. Vardiol. Anderson producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Iwobi. It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Sabitzer. Now it's Rodri. Now it's Foden. Now it's Sabitzer. Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. And he whips it in. That is a brilliant interception. Raul. And Bassi. And it's Sessegnon. Lukic. And it's Tete. And Wilson. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's João Pedro. Sabitzer. Sabitzer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Vardiol. Akanji. And it's Iwobi. Played out to the right. Iwobi shapes to shoot! And it's come back out to him. There it is! The breakthrough strike! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Fulham have fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Berger. Spread out to the left. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Jimenez. Now it's Iwobi. Now it's Wilson. Tete tries to pass it through. Sabitzer. And it's Casemiro. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Iwobi. That's a good ball out wide. Great vision. Iwobi. Yehi. Here's Rodri. And it's made its way to him. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Sabitzer. Foden. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Fired deep towards the back post. Wilson. Iwobi. Wilson. Sabitzer. And it's Casemiro. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Rodri. Lovely pass, but... Real chance! It's there! They are right back in business!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good...
He's got tall! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That's a sharp pass. Oh, super! Can he finish? He scored! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Pretty robust defending.
Plymouth have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Casemiro. And here's Mount. Rodri. Tete. Wilson. Tete. Now Lukic. Sessegnon. And it's Berger. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now Lukic. Sessegnon. Here's Berger. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Face to face with the keeper. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Lukic. And he was quick to react.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that was nowhere near his best. Fulham can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Berger. Not the most accurate pass. Out to the right. Back into the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake.
Oh, smashing header! Harmlessly behind.
Substitution on the field, number 16.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Mount, who does have an assist to his name. I think we're just about done here. Eriksson. Maddison. Plymouth finding their passes. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Substitution on the field, number 15, Sabitzer.
Plymouth making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Robinson looking to get on the end of this. Tete. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And here's Raul. And that is as far as it goes. Plymouth have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, tries a shot! And he's heaved it away. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who to me is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right, where his best attacks seem to emanate.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Casemiro. Now it's Pedro. Foden. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And they've been given a corner. Mount goes short. Now the ball in. Oh, what a climb! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Casemiro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Out to the left it goes. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Keeper has taken decisive action. That's good running with the ball. Rutter receives it in a good position here. And he's managed to get free. Sabitzer goes sliding in. Sabitzer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tete. So we're still where we started right now. And it's Kadiolu. Rutter. Passing is crisp and sharp. Foden. It's Sabitzer. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rutter. Over to the left. Gets into some space. Great vision.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Mount. Guardiol. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Mount. Pedro. And he's been shifted off it. Dunk. Kadiolu. Aimed beyond the defence. Donnarumma gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And he cuts out the supply. Rutter. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rutter! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. And it's made... And the finish! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
And it's Vifa. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Opts for safety. Kadiolu. And this is Welbeck. Now it's Welbeck. Nicely weighted ball. Casemiro. Now Foden. Guardiola. Played back into the centre. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vifa. And this is Welbeck. Little pass back. Into the channel. That's a shade optimistic. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Welcome our players, everyone.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal. That extra clinical edge.
So, no breakthrough from either side. Climbs up big! He scores! And the second half is off to a flyer! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
And talk about the...
And Welbeck! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Welbeck is offering a wry smile there.
Casemiro, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Sabitzer knocks it into space. This looks promising. Kadiolu. Ruter.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Casemiro. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Casemiro. Now it's João Pedro. Foden. Guardiola providing an outlet on that flank. And he's there to belt it away. They're urging him to shoot. Mount! It's bounced back off the post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Ruter. Tries to play it through. Knocks it out wide. That is lovely. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's had it nicked away. He's in a great position here. Ball driven towards the far post.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Rodri. Kadiolu. Brighton finding their passes. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Vifa. Can he get on the end of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Shapes to shoot! So close to drawing level.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter.
Substitution on
They
the
simply
field.
expected better.
Number 18.
So, time for
Welbeck.
changes on both
Coming
sides,
on to
actually.
replace him is number 19.
Quality
Substitution
ball.
in progress.
Ruter. That's a good ball out wide.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that's the keeper's ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Can he get onto this? Plymouth still ahead by the game's only goal. Kadiolu. Not the most accurate pass.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
I think we're just about
There
done
will be
here.
1 minute added time.
Ruter. And the through ball. Good ball, good take. Mount. And that's that. Plymouth have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Sabitzer voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?